Welcome to the Recruit the Employer podcast, a show for the ambitious, action-oriented career woman who wants to live out her purpose, rise to the top of her industry, and be seen as a leader at work. In 30 minutes or less, we'll walk you through the latest strategies to land your dream job, blast through imposter syndrome, and make the money you deserve. I'm your host, Jenna Viviano, ex-Wall Streeter turned career coach and founder of Recruit the Employer. But more importantly, I'm on a mission to help you fall in love with your work again. So grab a glass of wine, get ready to be coached, and tune in to your weekly boost of career confidence. Hello, and welcome to the Recruit the Employer podcast, formerly the Your Career Story podcast. We are so excited that you're here. So how do you know if you are in the right place? How do you know if you should spend your precious free time, or if you're on a walk or working out or going in the car? How should you know if you're listening to the right podcast for you? So here is who this podcast is for. This podcast is for my ambitious career women. Where you at, right? Women who are leaders, they're overachievers. And this is really crucial. Believe in the power of personal development. If that sounds like you, this is the right podcast. Now, if you're a woman who feels like she's not getting enough professional development at work, if you're feeling like you're being undervalued, if you're feeling like, gosh, I wish I knew how to step up as a leader, I wish I knew how to blast through this imposter syndrome, this podcast is really going to help you. If you've ever felt lonely in your ambition, if you feel like, gosh, I feel like I'm the only woman like me who is super ambitious in her career, who makes over six figures, who wants to grow up in my organization, be seen as a thought leader in my space. If that sounds like you, if you're that level of ambition, this podcast is 100% for you. If you're looking for inspiration, if you're looking for some kick butt coaching and some practical tips, because I love a practical tip, right? If you're looking for help in the job search, and beyond, this podcast is for you. So if any of that rings a bell with you, if any of that sounds good, you are absolutely in the right place. And I'm so excited that you're here. Now, if you've been listening to this podcast for a while, you've known this podcast and us as the Your Career Story podcast. So you're probably wondering, okay, Jenna, why the name change? Will you not be talking about careers anymore? Obviously, we will be. What's going on? Why did you change the name of the podcast? So first, let me reiterate that it is the exact same content, elevated probably a little bit more, just a rebranded name. So we're still going to be chatting through the job search advice and leadership and personal development. It's just under a new name. So same podcast, new name. In 2020, I decided it was time, after a lot of prayer and my sabbatical and all this different kind of stuff, I decided it was time to split the career coaching side of my business away from my personal brand. And it's not that I don't love career coaching. It's none of those things. I actually wanted to create a cohesive brand and business that would be recognizable and easily marketable and allow me to build an amazing team. And it wouldn't be just about me. And I can't wait to introduce you to the team. And they're amazing. We've already got some coaches on board that are just kick butt in their own respective rights. And they have been doing this for a while as well. So Recruit the Employer, as a lot of you probably know, was previously just our signature program. So if you were looking to change jobs, if you're looking to use a personal branded approach, you would have enrolled in Recruit the Employer. And so that name has already had some legs, right? It really resonates with people. And so now that is our company name, our podcast name, obviously, soon to be book name, and our signature coaching program. So basically, I wanted to move away from this itsy bitsy coaching practice and really become the CEO of a full-blown professional development company, Recruit the Employer. So if you want to learn more about the company, if you're like, okay, you've sparked my interest, Jenna, I'm curious about this new venture that you're doing, which isn't really new, it's just pivoted differently, right? You can check out our brand new website, which I'm super proud of, and labor of love, let me tell you. You can head on over to recruittheemployer.com, obviously all one word. And if you're realizing that 2021 is the year to find a new job, it's 2020 was not the year for you maybe to find a new job. For a lot of you, it was. I've been getting amazing LinkedIn messages actually over the past week and a half that were just some really great stories of people who landed jobs, who negotiated 60%. I had somebody who reached out to me, told me she negotiated 60% of her last salary. So don't tell me it's not possible in a pandemic. It totally is. But if you decided that this year is the year that you're going to change jobs, that you are going to step up into your leadership, that you want to be surrounded with other highly ambitious women, that you want to be not lonely anymore in your ambition, and you believe that it's time to get the personal and professional development help that you want and that you need to become that best-in-class leader, we would love, love, love to help you get there. So if you're interested in that, you can apply to be a part of our program. We are selective and we are only taking certain types of individuals that have a certain ambition level, that are making a certain amount of money so that we can really curate that group for people. But if you want to learn more about that program and you're looking to make a change and you're looking to develop yourself personally and professionally, I want you to head on over to recruittheemployer.com/call. recruittheemployer.com/call, and you can apply to be a part of our program, and I will have a conversation with you and we can see if it's a mutual fit. It's a no pressure conversation just to see if we would be a good fit in any of our programs. So I've also got the question, okay, Jenna, well, what's happening to your personal brand? Like jennaviviano.com, what's happening there? What's happening over on Instagram? So one, we are entering back into the world of Instagram. My team's calling it Operation Reentry and Rollout. So if you want to follow what we're doing, you can see what we're doing over at the company at the handle @RecruitTheEmployer. Pretty obvious, right? And follow what we're doing there. But then you can also see what I'm personally up to at @Jenna_Viviano over on Instagram. We are going to be releasing just some new personal projects that I have been really passionate about, really catering and serving the Christian entrepreneurs. There's a lot of information out there, coaching programs, courses, a lot of servicing entrepreneurs, but they're really coming from a new age perspective. And for my Christian friends that are out there, my Christian entrepreneurs, if you're ever listening to this, I have just found that I needed somebody to understand where I was coming from my worldview. And a lot of the coaching programs that are out there right now don't have that option. And so I'm really, really, really excited to offer a new program in the new year over on my personal page. And really servicing Christian female entrepreneurs who really want to build their faith, grow a long-lasting business, are not in it just for the, get-rich-quick schemes, and really are desiring to leave a legacy of generosity. So not just about, hey, I want to make six figures. No, I want to give, be a six-figure giver, not just a six-figure earner. So if that sounds like you, and you're like, wow, Jenna, I'm really curious about this entrepreneurial offerings that you're going to have, just follow me at Jenna_Viviano, or you can go to my website, jennaviviano.com, and sign up to get notified when we go live. So all that to say, regardless, this podcast, Recruit the Employer, formerly the Your Career Story podcast, is still going to be same old good stuff. Lots of career advice, lots of professional development, lots of quick tips. We're here to serve you, and I'm so excited for 2021. Welcome to the Recruit the Employer podcast. Thanks for listening to the Recruit the Employer podcast. If you've been loving this podcast and it's been helping you approach your career in a brand new way, I have two shameless asks. Number one, make sure you hit subscribe right this very second. That way you won't miss a single episode. And number two, would you give us a review? Reviews help other ambitious career women like you know that this podcast is the place to be and helps the podcast climb to the top of the charts. Think of it as some good career karma. And as always, if you want to learn more about the topics we discussed today or are ready to take massive action and invest in yourself and your career, we would be honored to help you. Head on over to recruittheemployer.com/call to book your free strategy session. Regardless, we will see you next week.